Welcome into Drums by Liz. Playing around with some different sticking patterns, putting it into a sextuplet little fill-in, just a half a measure fill-in here. We're using a groove, a bounce groove. Okay, you can pick any bounce groove that you like to play. Keep it really, really bouncy. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. Here's my fill-in. 1. Okay, so we're going to think we're counting up to beat 3 into the second measure. On beat 3, this is where we're going to come into this different fill-in that we have, okay? Now, I could have written this all singular sticking, okay, but the very beginning, try to pull off a little doubling, okay? It's like rolling in a sextuplet, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. We're going to be working on a little pattern that we're going to then also be transferring up to the toms and doing a little visual effect, okay? Where we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, normal, just right, left. And then you're going to just cross over and go right, left, same way, okay? But it's going to be high tom to floor tom, and then 2 basses will follow after that, okay? So let's build it up in increments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Put a bass note on the very first drop in, okay? I think it sounds nice. You don't have to do this, but I think it adds something, okay? It gives us that little continuity down below. So now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get those next 2 basses in, okay? So that'll be 3, 4, okay, when we're counting in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Right, so kind of get the feel of that. Then we're going to be adding in, you know what, that would end on the and of 4. You could play that fill in just like that, right? So back into our groove like that, so that we could cut it off. If that happens, oh, you know, sometimes you're playing and you might make a little mistake. Oh, you know what, we can end on that and a 4 if we like. It might work out for us, okay? But let's add the other 2 notes off the end. And I purposely put that note to the floor tom and then up to the hi-hat for the last 2 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, let's analyze that fill-in all the way through, okay? So the last part, we're crossed over for the last sextuplet. Triple left 1. Right? Who says you couldn't excerpt that out, right? That's what I just did there. Play just some other little groove, little bounce groove. That's my 4th beat. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and right? You know, and that could work too for us, okay? So anything that you learn, you know, try to take it out of context and see if you can float it into some other area of your playing. It really, you know, can help us expand what we already have to play, but then thinking in different directions with it, or go to different grooves. Those types of things really help also. Okay, so not a very difficult lesson here today, but you know, nice little sticking patterns, right? So, and then again, using the rolling, that can kind of help us go a little faster, right? So, right? Again, you could excerpt, the first sextuplet. Put a bass note on the start of that. You could have that 4 times, as a fill-in. So, or as an exercise for yourself. So you could be like, what also is that? That's kind of like an inverted paradiddle-diddle, right? Diddle, diddle, para, right? We could just start on our doublings, right? So learn that with all your rudimental stuff too, right? Just take off on a different portion, come into those doubles differently. Start with the doubles, there's all kinds of variations that we can do, and then displacements that we can do, and it's endless, right? Because all of this is mathematics and creativity, basically. Okay, everyone. Hey, have a good week ahead. Thank you so much for all the support, the likes, the shares, and the love. Right back at you with all of that. Okay, everybody, have a great week, and we'll see you real soon. Take care.